Welcome back to A Moment in History. I'm 𝙎𝙐𝘽𝙎𝘾. In this episode, let's go back to the early years of the American experience and explore one of the founding fathers of our country. He was, like Washington and Jefferson before him, a Virginian who would serve in the Continental Congress as a young man and later in life would serve the country as president. He would guide the nation through the difficult and often overlooked war with Britain in the early 1800s known as the War of 1812. He would also later be known as the father of the Constitution, the fourth president of the United States, James Madison. Now, Madison was born in 1751 in Orange County, Virginia, where he would enter the political sphere as a young man. He would serve on the Continental Congress during the Revolutionary War, and in the years after the Revolutionary War, Madison was one of the most influential voices in the Constitutional Convention, where the United States Constitution was drafted and created. And it was here that he would earn his nickname, the Father of the Constitution, this being for his vital role that he played in this preeminent founding document of the nation. Now, it should be noted, Madison was not one to hog the credit for the document's founding, as he would later credit its creation as the work of many heads and many hands, in his own words. Now, in the years following Washington's inaugural administration, two dueling political factions would arise to power in the Union. One was the pro-English system spearheaded by Alexander Hamilton, and the other was much more French and had at its head Thomas Jefferson. It was this Jeffersonian sect that Madison took to, and sure enough, he would serve under Jefferson as Secretary of State during his presidency. Now, Madison would follow his political ally Jefferson in the Oval Office. He was elected commander-in-chief in the 1808 election and would serve for 2 terms. During his presidency, the nation would begin to take a role on the world stage among the European powers. And this was poignantly shown in 1812 when, after several years of tense trade relations with the British Empire, the U.S. declared war on Great Britain as the young nation would enter a rematch with the most powerful empire in the world. Now, though history does not reveal that the U.S. openly won the War of 1812, they certainly didn't lose it. Both sides inflicted equal damage, proving to the world that the U.S. could stand against the great powers of the world and survive. And also, great patriotic fervor grew out of this conflict, including the creation of the poem that would become the national anthem. You can check out another moment in history for that one. Madison's administration continued to serve the steady growth of the Union, and he would spend the last years of his life at his Montpelier, Virginia plantation before his death in 1836. Thanks so much for joining me once again for A Moment in History. Well, if you enjoyed this video, let us know by commenting down below. And for more historical content, just hit subscribe. I'm 𝙎𝙐𝘽𝙎𝘾, and I will see you next time on A Moment in History.